Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up, a Trini toasts success in the Lotto Classic at Caymanas Park in Jamaica. A star from the north lights up the Republic Bank race day at the Garrison Savannah in Barbados. And the Gatsby lays claim to greatness in the Midsummer Classic at Santa Rosa Park in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's in TNT we start, where the big Indian Arrival Day race meet was highlighted by the Carib Brewer Midsummer Classic over 1,900 meters.
10 horses stood their ground for the second jewel in the Trinidad and Tobago Triple Crown, with the Jamaican bred the Gatsby attracting most interest at 2-5. Another Jamaican bred, How Sweet It Is, was strongly backed at 3-1. We join the commentary with about 3 furlongs to go.
How Sweet It Is starting his run, and the favorite, the Gatsby, is now starting to come alive on the outside as they come out from the far turn, and Magical Victory leads by a half. Here is Saragon. The Gatsby is just biding his time, and Praveen Badri says go now on Ma. The Gatsby, as they come to the final 400 meters, it's Magical Victory, How Sweet It Is, and the Gatsby. They turn for the judge now with just about 300 meters to go, and the Gatsby is the one who takes a narrow advantage over Magical Victory in second on the inside. How Sweet It Is back in third. Fourth is Saragon. They come well inside the final 150 meters, and the Gatsby is now starting to pull well clear. The Gatsby, with Stablemate Academy Award indoors, the Gatsby goes on to get the job done in the Midsummer Classic.
So the Gatsby, conditioned by Jamaican trainer Anthony Nunes for owner Merlin Samuel Singh, had too much for his rivals, winning by 2.5 lengths from Magical Victory and How Sweet It Is. The Gatsby, who was groomed by Nicholas Ramutar Singh, was confidently ridden by Praveen Badri.
Over at the Garrison Savannah in Barbados, Antonio Bishop rode a well-judged race to boot home Victor Cheeseman's Northern Star in the Republic Bank Breeder Stakes and a trophy over 9 furlongs.
The procession continues down the backstretch, tempered by Jelon Samuels and Pacha. Midnight Chick creeps towards the inside. Salah's Dream makes it 3 in the line. In the middle is Northern Star, stolen under a little bit of a ride, and Musain is not making any impression at the moment. They race back towards the 3 furlong pole and make the slight incline through the hill and right-handed turn. And it continues to be Pacha, who's joined now on the outside by Northern Star, who sticks his head in front. 6 furlongs in 1:18 and a fifth over the top of the hill. And on the outside, it is Northern Star being hounded and carried all the way with Pacha. These two have gone just about 4 lengths clear of Salah's Dream, who's under tremendous pressure. Stolen now begins to make her run. You can discard the others, which will be Midnight Chick and Musain. They have a lot of work to do. They come back towards the corner to turn. Form class is class, form is temporary. 1 mile in 1:42 flat, and it is Northern Star clear by 7. Stolen trying desperately, going all over the track on the outside. Musain running off a turn. Salah's Dream has given it the ghost, but this is a wonderful performance. A good comeback victory for Northern Star. Wins it easily.
So Northern Star always travelled well and responded readily when asked for a capital effort, covering the 9 furlongs in 1 minute 55 and 8/10 of a second.
To Caymanas Park we go now, where some of the top 3-year-olds duelled in the Lotto Classic for the Governor's Cup, the major tune-up for the June 25 Jamaica Derby.
A field of 12 stood their ground for the Lotto Classic for the Governor's Cup, with Anthony Nunes' Orpheus and the champion jockey Shane Ellis the 3-5 favourite. Nunes' other entrant, the far-striding Big Daddy Cool and apprentice Linton Stedman, was sent off at 9-2. Big Daddy Cool is owned by Trinidadian Stefan Aaron Reinsing. We pick them up down the back stretch, where the Nunes pair take aim at the fleet-footed Jamai Raja with Robert Hallidine aboard.
They've left the 6 in the Governor's Cup. Urban Principle with the lead. A lengthened the tail ahead of Jamai Raja, now restrained in second. Asked to make progress, that's Orpheus and Big Daddy Cool now beginning to wind up. Mr. Do It Better is racing on the rail as they make their way down the back stretch. Will in Charge has made good progress up with those leaders. Dusseldorf is there with Sir Raja Baba, the Promised Land, and Dr. Train race next as the leaders arrive at the half mile. Glider has now overtaken 1. That's Chase the Great, showing nothing at all this afternoon as Jamai Raja now quickens to get that lead. Orpheus in pursuit. They arrive at the 3. Big Daddy Daddy Cool now is wound up for his usual burst as they now make their way, flashing past the 5/16th. Will in charge. His left back in fourth, Mr. Do It Better now asks for every effort, but the leaders are into the lane in the Lotto Classic, and it is Jamai Raja. Could this be a surprise? Orpheus will try to make it not so, and Orpheus now comes up on the outside of Jamai Raja. Big Daddy Cool begins to come at them on the rail. A furlong to run. Jamai Raja digging in. Orpheus determined on the outside. Big Daddy Cool continues to creep closer. Inside the final 16, Jamai Raja fighting for dear life. Big Daddy Cool surging wins the Lotto Classic over Jamai Raja. Then Orpheus in behind them, Will in charge, and Mr. Do It Better.
Big Daddy Cool outstayed rivals to land the Lotto Classic and underline his credentials for the Big Jamaica Derby on June 25. His owner, Stefan Narayansing, has invested heavily in Jamaican racing and is supremely confident that he'll be rewarded with his first ever Derby winner in about 3 weeks. Big Daddy Cool beat stable companion Orpheus by a length and a half and was skillfully handled by apprentice Linton Stedman, who trainer Nunes says will ride him in the Derby.
Still in Jamaica, where 7 horses went postwards in the Lotto Spring Trophy, valued at $12,000 over a distance of 5.5 furlongs. Reigning sprint champion Poker Star was sent off as the 2-5 favorite, while his stable companion and the former Derby winner Perfect Neighbor was lukewarm in the betting at 8-1. Brian Rickman picks them up as they flash past the half mile.
They've left the half mile and go spinning into the turn. Traditional Prince attacked now by Poker Star, 2.5 lengths back to Campesino racing in third. I get 3 lengths back to Dwayne Star. Behind them, that's Franfield. Behind Franfield, that's Overcraft. And last of all, Perfect Neighbor. But up front, Poker Star has quickened and get the lead as they leave the 5/16th. Poker Star first into the lane. Here's Campesino asked to come at him on the outside. They're into the lane a quarter of a mile ahead of them, and Poker Star really asked to go. Campesino asked to get him. And behind them, that's Dwayne Star, and over against Surreal, that's Traditional Prince, but Poker Star with a 2-length lead on a run toward the furlong pole. Poker Star and Omar Walker, he'll make amends for a miss the last time. It's Poker Star by over a length. Campesino running a big race. Poker Star beats Campesino.
So Poker Star gave away weight to all his rivals and to beat them comfortably, covering the 1100 meters trip in 1 minute 4 3/5 of a second. Omar Walker had him stalking a nippy early pace before asking him to accelerate at the top of the stretch. Poker Star is trained by Wayne DaCosta and owned by Alexander Haber.
We've been at the track covering the top stories for you in the Sport of Kings. Join us again next week.